Hello, beautiful souls. It's Anna T. Brooks here, your Soul Purpose Activator, and welcome to this week's weekly Energy Oracle card readings for this week, the 20th to the 26th of May 2024. How are we feeling? Let me know how you're going. Let me know how you're feeling after last week as well. If you're watching on Facebook while this is being recorded live, make sure you say hello and let me know how you've been going. And if you're watching this as the uploaded replay on YouTube as well, keep me posted, pop a comment in and let me know how you are going. So before, as I'm sort of shuffling the cards and everything here, I'm just going to give you a bit of a gist of how I'm feeling towards this week. What I'm feeling is coming up. I'm feeling a bit more of a gentle energy this week. I'm feeling a little bit more of a slow kind of start and a slow build. And it makes sense. We've got a full moon coming up this week. So the energies can be feeling quite intense at times. But I'm feeling like it's a much more gentle ease into it. So I'm very interested to see what the cards have to say for us this week. So without further ado, let's dive straight in. So as always, I'm going to be using the Work Your Light Oracle card deck by Rebecca Campbell. And this is the deck that I'll be using to pull the 3 cards from. So I've already gone ahead and done a big shuffle of these cards before I started recording. So I'm going to just start shuffling now and see what comes up for the 3 cards for this week. So card number 1, the sort of conscious mindset type energies for the week. Let's see what comes through. What is coming through for this week? Oh, that's true. Nope. I'll keep shuffling. There it is. That one wants to come out. Okay, perfect. And so card 2 now for the physical, more action-orientated energy for this week. More of the tangible. What is happening this week? Show me clearly, show me clearly. See, even the cards are taking their time this week. They're not just popping out. It's already feeling this sort of gentle shift. What is coming through for the second card this week? Give it one more shuffle. Might not want to pop out. No, it wants to be drawn. Okay, so I'm just going to pull the card. There we go. We have the second card. And then the third card, so this is for the underlying energies, the subconscious. Oh, okay, that one flew out. That one flew out. So there's definitely something going on for that one. I'm interested to see what happens when we get to that one. All right, so let's begin. The first card, so this is for the conscious mindset sort of energies for the week. We have soul family. Soul family. I love this image as well. Such a beautiful image. Underneath there it says, call in your tribe, you don't have to do it alone. So this being the conscious mindset energy for the week, it's telling me that this week you're going to be thinking a lot more probably around your tribe, around your family, around your connections, around who it is that you're really creating, the relationships that you're creating in your network. You're going to be much more aware of maybe relationship changes, that there might be certain people that are getting ready to leave your life or not have such a big part in your life, or maybe you're drawing in some new people as well. Especially I'm feeling around because of this full moon coming up. For some of us, that may mean that there is some relationships, some connections that are ending, that it's going to be coming towards its natural completion, that it's just no longer a connection or a relationship that's working, that's really supporting you anymore. And so there might be that release happening throughout this week. Or it might also be the opportunity for someone new. So you're going to be aware that there's somebody that you're connecting with that you want to take this deeper. You want to really call in that tribe. And because, it really does speak to soul family, this is a much deeper kind of connection. It's not really just going to be something about, oh, I'd like to make this connection for this business purpose, or I'd like to make this connection for this, something that I want to do. It's more about really starting to hone in on who really matters to you. What are the relationships that really matter to you? Who do you want to spend that time with? We only have one of our currencies in life is our time, right? Of course, there's money, of course, there's energy and focus, and there's time. And we only have so much time that we can allocate to certain things. And so it's important. I think you're going to find this week, you're going to be thinking a little bit more about where am I really wanting to spend my time and who am I really wanting to spend my time with, to really cultivate that feeling of that soul family, of that tribe, of those connections, of those relationships that really nurture you on a deeper level, not just on a superficial level. So that's what's going on with the kind of the mindset and the conscious energies. And you might be kind of thinking through these things, maybe reassessing certain relationships in your life as well. The second card that we have, so this is more for the physical, the tangible, the action orientated, what's going to be actually happening in your physical world this week. And we have Inner Temple. Inner Temple. This one's come up, I feel like it was last week or the week before. It's come up recently, I know that. So Inner Temple says, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. So see what I meant by saying that I already could feel this week is a little bit gentler. It's not such an intense energy as we've had for the past few weeks. I feel like this is moving at a much more sort of serene pace, and that speaks to this card, right? Because this is the action, this is the tangible kind of what you're going to be noticing. And Inner Temple really speaks to exactly what it says, tune into the portal of your heart, right? So you're going to be feeling very much called this week that whatever it is that you're wanting to do, whatever actions you're taking, whatever choices that you're making in the real world and actually moving forward on anything, you're going to want to really think it through, and more to the point, feel it through. Really run it through that portal of your heart, run it through your body, and run it through, how does this actually sit with me? Is this something I'm really wanting to do? I'm feeling like there's a real pull towards more gentle, more calm, and more step-by-step kind of processes throughout this week, rather than really kind of intense, action-orientated, like initiatory kind of Aries, fiery, like let's go, let's do things. Rather than that sort of energy, it's a much more stable, much more kind of step-by-step, much more trusting the process, tuning into yourself, trusting your body, and letting that guide your actions this week. The more that you tune into that, the more that you're going to come to the end of the week feeling like whatever it is that you were going after, whatever you were focusing on, whatever you were physically doing this week, you're going to feel really, really satisfied and really whole from it, because it's going to feel like it actually fulfilled you. If you're this week really chasing things out of a place of just intensity or pressure, or just like, let's get things done, I want to just like go really, really hard, and it's not taking the time to actually tune into yourself, you're probably going to find by the end of the week that you're going to be very burnt out, and you're not going to actually feel like you got much done, even if you did, right? So the action, the tangible, the physical kind of energy this week is very much run everything through your heart portal, run it through. Does this feel good? Does this align? Does this actually light me up and fill me up? And how do I move forward in a more gentle way as well? I think there's room this week for whatever actions you're taking, whatever you're doing on the day-to-day basis or throughout the week that's, you know, really requiring you to do the physical things, like do, right? There's space to run this through the portal of your heart first and move forward from that place, rather than from any kind of feeling of intensity or pressure, or that you have to get things done. There is that space. And if you make that space for yourself, you're going to find things flow much better as well, right? And then the final card, so this is the one that flew out, which was so interesting because, yeah, the other two took their time. The second one I had to actually draw out. This card, though, as soon as we got to the subconscious kind of underlying kind of what's going on behind the scenes that you might not be really, really aware of throughout the week, but it's building for you, this one just flew out. So I'm interested to see what this says. Ooh, okay. We've had this one recently as well. Answer the call. Answer the call. So this underneath says, what is your soul calling you to do? So like I said, this one flew out. So this is telling me that there's probably going to be quite an intensity, or like a very, what's the word I'm looking for? A very clear moment this week when something pops through to you. It might be an intuitive hit, it might be a gut feeling, it might be something that actually happens in your world, like a physical situation or circumstance that arises, where you just get this real hit inside your body, in your intuition, that goes, oof, this was synchronistic, this was meant to be, this is something that's been lining up for me, and it's to do with really getting you onto your path, or deeper onto your soul journey, onto your path in this lifetime. There's going to be something, that's what I'm feeling, is because it's such a sudden energy. There's going to be a point throughout this week where something really lands for you. And it might be from an outside source. It might be from something like a circumstance, or it might just be within yourself. It might just be something that you're doing, and you just get this feeling, you just get this kind of light bulb of inspiration, of clarity, of just, oof, wow, okay, this is actually how I'm going to be moving forward. This is where I'm being called to. This is how I'm actually being called to step up deeper into my own purpose. There was something else coming through. What was it? Stepping into that, answering the call. No, it's gone, but that's okay. It'll come back if it needs to. It'll come back if it needs to. But yes, this is very much, that's what it is. There it is. I'm feeling like this has something to do with the full moon that we've got coming up this week, because full moons are often moments of clarity, moments of awareness, moments of things, the full moon being so bright, it's kind of shedding light onto a situation that maybe before we didn't see clearly. I feel like it may happen around this time for some of you, but it can be, obviously this is a reading for the whole week, but just because of knowing that full moon energy is coming up, it may be around that time of the full moon this week that you just have this moment of clarity where it seems like something is really made clear about you, about your purpose, about how you're moving forward and what it is that you're really desiring. And it's going to come from within. It's going to be almost like something that you can't, it's not going to be like a obvious thing, because this is the kind of underlying energy. This is going to be very much something that happens internally within you, an awareness within you, rather than, this isn't the physical card. So this isn't, someone coming to you and saying something and being like, oh, now I get it. They explain this, or this situation suddenly happens. This is something internal within you that's going to be lit up this week. So, I would even suggest very much, if you do have any kind of new or full moon rituals or anything like that, or even if you don't need to do anything crazy, but if you do take the time this week when the full moon is activated wherever you are in the world, just take that time to maybe do a little meditation. Just take some time just to be with yourself, maybe even just go for a walk if you're not a big meditation person, and just try and be in silence and just listen and see what comes up, because you're probably going to find your intuition very heightened. I know that most people still in the world do follow tropical and Western astrology. However, if, like me, you have delved into true sidereal astrology, which is what I follow, then you understand that physically the full moon this week is actually going to be in Scorpio, or like a little bit in Libra, but in Scorpio technically when it's a full moon. It's not going to be in Sagittarius. That's just something that tropical astrology uses to kind of keep everything even. But if you look in the physical sky, it's actually in Scorpio, which also tells me that this week there is some very deep kind of watery emotional undercurrent going on. This is a very good week and a very good full moon to use to really activate yourself, to really tap deeper into your intuition, deeper into your kind of the questions that you have, the bigger questions that you have about your life, right? Because Scorpio is all about birth, death, and taxes, right? It's the rebirth. It's a very intense, very emotional, very watery, very transformative sign. And there is a lot that we can really gain in terms of depth about ourselves when we work with that energy. So if that feels good for you, that's just something I would suggest this week, using that full moon energy to tap into that even deeper. So that's the cards for the week. Once again, we have Soul Family for the mindset, conscious energies. We have the Inner Temple for your physical, tangible kind of world. And we've got Answer the Call for the subconscious underlying energies. So like I said, a little bit of a gentler energy this week. I feel like just take that time, take more of that time to really run everything through your body, through the portal of your heart. Take advantage of that Scorpio full moon energy and really allow those insights and that clarity, that intuition to pop through to you. And, again, just going back to the first card, the Soul Family as well. This is a great time as well to have a real reassessment of your relationships, of the people that you surround yourself with, of any relationships that you feel like you need to maybe take less focus on, and which ones you'd like to bring more focus into as well. It's the time to really figure out who that soul family is. All right, so that is those cards. Now, our bonus for this week, I've chosen to bring back the Angel Answer cards by Doreen Virtue. And so these ones, I am going to pull 3 cards. So you ask a question, you bring whatever question it is you have. I'm always love to hear what kind of questions you're asking. So if you do feel like popping it in the comments, please do. But otherwise, just let me know which card you choose. And I'm going to pull 3 cards. So think about your question. Once you have that question in your mind, I will pull 3 cards and you'll get to choose which one you feel called to that will have the answer for you. Now, these questions, they do work best in a yes/no type of question. They sometimes do give answers that are a bit more in-depth, but definitely if you frame your question in terms of, will I be getting that raise at work this week? Or, will I get to travel the way that I want to this year, or something like that? Those kind of questions will tend to get a clearer answer. There's not such an open-ended deck that has a really kind of big meaning for it. So sometimes if you ask a question in terms of like a what or anything like that, you're not really going to get a clear answer. So a yes/no type question works well. So I'll give you a moment. So just think about your question while I shuffle, and I'm going to have 3 cards. So just having to think about your question. Okay, beautiful. So I'm going to pull 3 cards from this deck. Card number 1. Quick shuffle. Card number 2. And quick shuffle. There, okay, that one wanted to come out. Card number 3. All right, cool, we got it. So we've got our 3 cards. I'm going to bring them up and you tune in and let me know which one you feel pulled to. So this is card number 1. This is card number 2. And this is card number 3. Okay, so once you've chosen your card, here are the cards revealed. So card number 1, if you chose card number 1, we have big happy changes. Big happy changes. That sounds good. I don't think I've drawn this one too often. Let's have a read from the guidebook for this one. Big positive changes are coming into your life. You may find yourself on a new career path, entering a new relationship, or moving to a new home or city. Embrace these exciting events, knowing that your angels will be beside you all the way. What you are asking about may require you to take leaps of faith that seem frightening or beyond your ability. Trust that the opportunities before you are meant to bring you happiness. These options would not have presented themselves unless you were ready for them. Release your fears and follow your heart. So that's card number 1. Card number 2, if you chose card number 2, we have within the next few months. Within the next few months. So if you asked more of a when something might be happening or something, here we go. In the next few months, what you are asking about will occur. Divine timing means that other people's free will choices are also involved, so keep the faith while all of the pieces of this puzzle come together and the situation resolves itself beautifully. That's exciting. And card number 3, if you chose card 3 for your answer, we have ask your angels. Ask your angels. Your angels are always with you. However, you must ask for their assistance in order for them to provide you with the help you're seeking, because heaven respects your free will choices. State your questions to your angels clearly. You can do so either out loud or silently in your own mind. Your angels will instantly help you according to God's will. Your angels may also have special messages for you about the situation you're asking about. Sit quietly in a peaceful place, indoors or out in nature, and ask for advice and guidance. Notice what messages come to you. It's possible the answers will come to you through your feelings, hearing, or sight, or perhaps you will just know the answer. You can also ask the angels for signs during the day to guide you onto the right path. So that is the 3 cards there. I'd love to hear how that resonated for you, if that helped with your question, with what you're asking about. And yeah, just sending you so much love for this week. Take your time this week, really let yourself tune in, really just be gentle on yourself. I think you'll find things start to fit in and start to sort of, the synchronicities will come through really, really powerfully if you move with that energy. So sending you so much love for this week. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to next week's reading with you. Talk to you soon. Mwah.